Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Right. We are stepping into a brand new week. It is Monday morning on this side of the world. Our teacher for this week is John Kabat-Zinn. And let's dive in. Let's dive into this week together. See what this week holds. Danae, good morning. Happy Monday. It's great seeing you. Hello. Sunray, good morning. Welcome to a brand new week. With the week ahead of you, how do you want to show up to the challenges that this week brings? While some of the challenges we face come towards us from the outside, we all also experience challenges or obstacles from the inside as well. Looking at the week ahead, you might have an idea of some of the challenges that you could expect. Create for yourself a picture of how you want to be able to show up, and take the time to rehearse this picture in your mind. I'll rephrase that. Look into the week ahead, and we'll do that during today's meditation. Look into the week ahead, take a moment to remind yourself of what are some of the obstacles that you could encounter this week. Having experience from the past couple of weeks, we might have an idea of some of the obstacles from the outside, the challenges from the outside, and also some of the inner stuff that we might face this week. Then take a moment to rehearse how you want to deal with these things this week. In other words, that means you'll step into the week with at least a plan. Our teacher for this week is John Kabat-Zinn, but I also included reminders from Banki Yotako and Viktor Frankl of how we might approach both our outer and inner obstacles. Hey Colette, good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to a new week. John Kabat-Zinn says, mindfulness practice means that we commit fully in each moment to be present, inviting ourselves to interface with this moment in full awareness, with the intention to embody as best as we can an orientation of calmness, mindfulness, and equanimity right here, right now, in this moment. So that is one suggestion of how we could show up. Show up with the intention to be present with whatever it is that we need to deal with. That just simply means don't ignore it, don't avoid it, don't try and run from it, don't try and numb out so you don't have to deal with it. John Kabat-Zinn says, mindfulness means paying attention in a particular way and on purpose in the present moment, and this is like the magic dust he sprinkles on it, also non-judgmentally. Show up seeing it just for what it is, without getting caught up in judgment and criticism of what is. Just look at it the way it is. And he adds this little piece of magic. He says, and your soul knows how to do this. Your soul knows how to show up, paying attention, dealing with what is, without judgment. Maggie, good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to the start of the week. And Anthony, good evening. Awesome having you here as well, brother. Then Zen Master Banki Yotako says, don't hate the arising of thoughts or try to stop the thoughts that do arise. Simply realize that our original mind right from the start is beyond thought, so that no matter what, you never get involved with all of the thinking. Illuminate the original mind, and no other understanding is necessary. John Kabat-Zinn calls it soul, and Banki Yotako calls it original mind. But both point to the same thing, the part of us that is beyond thought, the part of us that knows exactly how to do this. Whether the stimulus we're responding from comes from outside of ourselves or from within us, it is when we're trying to avoid it, hide from it, or get involved in a fight with it that we lose access to this higher wisdom. Viktor Frankl said it slightly differently. He said, in between stimulus and response, there is a space. In this space lies our choice, and in this space lies our freedom. We have the ability to grow this space. The space between when something happens and we decide how to deal with what happened. That space is something we can grow so that we can feel that I have a bit of time here to decide how I want to approach this. When we set the intention to be mindful, present, not running, not hiding, and also no fighting, remind yourself to pause and take a few deep and slow breaths until your soul shows you what action to take. Because in this space, we find access to our wisdom. So make it your goal this week to recognize when you need to take a step back. Recognize when you need to just breathe for a few moments before you take the next step forward. If you're ready, you can close your eyes and we'll practice exactly that. Let's start with the first few big breaths. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. With every slow inhale, become aware of the rise in your body. And in a way, when we pay attention to the rise in our body as we inhale, we're simply relishing in being alive. Feel the aliveness as you inhale and your body rises. With every exhale, become deeply aware of the softening in your body. As you exhale, feel exactly where it is that you can feel softness happening. With every inhale, we are celebrating our strength. Celebrating our creative energy, rising into our power. With every exhale, we are celebrating our softness. We are celebrating taking a moment to rest. We are celebrating our ability to also put everything down. John Kabat-Zinn reminds us of mindfulness. Mindfulness means being present in the moment, paying attention to what is here. And our breath is a reminder of that. Whenever we pay attention to our breath, we anchor ourselves in this moment, ground ourselves to this moment. Because you can't take a breath just now, tomorrow, in the future. You can only take a breath right now. There's a beautiful teaching about being and becoming, doing, being, and becoming. Doing describes the part of our nature that takes action. Being describes the part of our nature that can take a pause. Just like our breath. Doing describes our ability to add to the beauty of life by taking action. Being describes our ability to stop and enjoy the beauty that life has to offer. And we need both, don't we? We can't just be stuck in doing. But we can equally not just be stuck in being. Doing and being are two sides of the same coin. And in this teaching of doing, being, and becoming, becoming describes our ability to find a better and better balance in holding both doing and being. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left, forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left. And also lean your upper body over to the right. Take a moment to imagine in your mind a sunflower with its face turned towards the sun, swaying in the breeze as you lean your upper body over to the left again. And lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least becoming as present as we possibly can be right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole journey with us, then this is always a really good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole meditation, we'll take the next few big breaths together. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips into every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flowing in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. And as you release, make it the longest, slowest exhale that you can. We are jumping into this brand new week together. So as you take your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, see yourself standing right on the edge of this new week. See your toes sticking over the edge and see yourself ready to dive in. Take your next big breath. As we step into a brand new week, we take the opportunity to create a moment to be intentional about the week ahead. Intentional around how we step into the week ahead. Because when we're not intentional, when we're not being intentional, we probably are on autopilot. When we're not being intentional, we're probably also not being present. And then we run the risk of walking into this week and reacting to the world, to life, from whatever old programming we have. Being reactive, interacting with the world from a constant knee-jerk reaction. So let's take a moment to become intentional about how we want to step into this week. Let's start with what is known about the week ahead. What is already in your calendar? As you take a next big breath and dive deep into you, take a moment to walk through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and create a picture of what your week looks like. What are some things you need to get done this week? What are some of the places you need to go this week? What are some of the people you need to see this week? Give yourself a quick reminder. Take your next big breath. What are you creating this week? What comes to mind when you ask yourself that question? What am I creating this week? Let's go for the very simplest description of what creating could mean. We know there's such a big spectrum of creating, but for a moment, let's pause on the simplest description. Whatever holds our attention gets a lot of energy from us. Whatever holds our attention is something we pour a lot of our energy into. What has been holding your attention lately? And very often, we give way too much attention to things that should not get so much of our energy. A very simple example would be all of the things that are wrong in the world. And should we care about all the things that are wrong in the world? Yes, of course we should. Of course we should care about those things. But if those things hold our attention all of the time and we pour all of our energy into things that we don't have an influence over, then what are we creating? What energy do we have left for the things we should be creating? So what has been holding your attention lately? And turning the question around, walking into this week, stepping into the week ahead, are you going to be deliberate about your attention? What is it that needs and deserves your attention this week? In other words, what will you pour your energy into in the week ahead? Take your next big breath. Take a moment to transport yourself to the end of this next week. When you get to the next weekend and when you look back, what would you like to see yourself having done? What would your checklist look like? What would you like to check off this list? I got this done, I got that done. And for what things would you like to say, I got started on this one and I made progress on that one? When you get to the end of the week and you look back, what would you like to have seen yourself getting done? Take your next big breath. So let's take a moment to rehearse. Rehearse how you want to walk through this week. Viktor Frankl reminded us this morning that between stimulus and response, there is a space. Between the moment something happens, let's call it a trigger. Between the moment of a trigger and us acting on this trigger, there could be a space. But that space is dependent on us creating that space. Because what a trigger is exactly what the word suggests. It happens really fast. We probably react before we even realize we are reacting. Viktor Frankl suggests that there could be more space between the trigger and our response to the trigger. That space only comes when we create it. And right now, we are creating that space. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, what are some of the possible triggers that you might have to deal with this week? What are some problems, some obstacles, some stumbling blocks? You might know from last week exactly what's going to pop up this week. But also, of course, things pop up that we could not have planned for. But at least, let's practice with the things we know that we could encounter this week. What are triggers that you think you might need to deal with this week? Give yourself a reminder of those triggers. Take your next big breath. Now, this is the difference between a reaction and a response. When we react, it means there was no space. There was a trigger with an instant reaction. When we respond, it means that there was some space. We took a moment. We took a moment to take a breath and give this moment some space. Choose one of the things that you think you might need to deal with this week. And take a moment to rehearse how you will create space for your response. John Kabat-Zinn reminded us that your soul knows how to do this. Bunky Otako called it something different. He said, your original mind. Pay attention to your original mind. You won't need to learn much more than giving your original mind space. Viktor Frankl simply called it wisdom. He said, in that space between stimulus and response, we find our wisdom. I bring to your mind again one of these possible triggers and create the picture of how, when you need to deal with this, you'll take a moment. See yourself take a breath. Perhaps even with one of these triggers, you may need to verbalize. Please give me a moment. I want to respond to this in the best possible way. Give me a moment, I'll get back to you in a couple of minutes, or whatever it might be, later today, tomorrow. But see yourself take a moment. See yourself take a few big breaths. And trust that in the space you are creating, wisdom will meet you there. Your soul will meet you there. Take your next big breath. We'll take just one more big breath together to slip out of the breath holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. Come back to the picture of you dealing with obstacles this week. Create the clear intention that you will be able to take a moment, not react from an old pattern, but take a moment to consider your response. Viktor Frankl said, "In between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in this space lies our choice. In this space we can exercise free will. In this space lies freedom. And this is where we find our wisdom." Bunky Yotako said, "Illuminate the original mind." When you meet your original mind, no other understanding is necessary. And Jon Kabat-Zinn said, "Mindfulness means paying attention in a particular way, on purpose, in the present moment, without judgment, and your soul knows how to do this." When we're not letting old programming and old patterns do all of our reacting for us, when we create a space between stimulus and response, we have the opportunity to meet our soul. We have the opportunity to ask wisdom, what is my next step here? How do I respond to this? Does this even need my response at all, or is this something I should just completely let go? And if I do take action, what is the wise action to take? We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for the privilege of standing at the start of a brand new week. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the opportunity to take a moment and be intentional about how I want to walk through this week. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to create space. How to create space between stimulus and response, between the trigger and my action. Space in which I have the opportunity to consult with wisdom and ask, what is the best reaction, the best response really here? Take a deep breath in. And thank you for a moment to rehearse this. A moment to remind my nervous system, here is how I want us to do this. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for diving into this week along with us. I am sure you'll be able to create at your highest potential this week. And I'm sure we're all going to remember to have a pause before that reaction. Take a moment to get to the wisest response. Linda, very good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to a new week. Thank you, Danae. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Sunmuddy. Wishing you all a beautiful week ahead. See you soon. Ciao, ciao. And Colette, have a beautiful week.